Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Now I don't typically share a lot of brand specific videos here on my channel, but I really wanted to share a dedicated video on a brand that I have been really enjoying, and that is the brand 8 Saints. This brand has been seen in Forbes, in Style, and I had the opportunity to test some of their products recently because I've been hearing a lot about them and I just had to try some of their products. And I did share 2 of their eye care products in a video about a month or so ago. And I loved them so much that I wanted to see what else the brand had to offer. So of course I got testing some other things, and I have 4 top products that have really stood out to me. So anytime I love something, you know, if there's a new brand, a new product that I've been trying, I always want to share that information with you. I always want to provide you with fresh new content. So that is what I'm going to be doing in today's video. Also, Amazon Prime this year is October 7th to the 8th, and 8 Saints is a part of that sale. So you can find their products anywhere between 20 and 40% off. So of course I will leave that information below for you along with the products that I'm sharing in this video. So let's get into it. Now I really love how this brand uses natural organic ingredients. It's also dermatologist approved and certified cruelty free. The brand in general is quite affordable, and their products are very gentle but yet effective and super nourishing and moisturizing on the skin. I can see a lot of people enjoying this brand, especially if you do have more of that sensitive skin type. Now, I have combination skin and I am very acne prone, especially more so in the summer, but sometimes just using a new skincare product, I can break out depending on, of course, what's in the ingredient list. So from the products that I have tried so far, I have not experienced breakouts or irritation, and products actually sit really nicely with one another, especially with skincare products that I already have in my skincare routine. So I've never experienced pilling. And as you know, when you experience pilling, when products start to ball off the skin, which means there's a conflict somewhere, then you have to rewash your face, start all over, eliminate things, and then hope for the best. I haven't had to worry with 8 Saints. All of the products that I have tried have all sat really nicely with my skincare, sunscreen, and makeup, which is a lovely, lovely thing. So let's get into the first product that I have been enjoying. Now this is the Firm Intentions Anti-Aging Neck Cream. Now I love a good neck cream because, let's face it, our necks is one of the first places where we start to see early signs of aging, especially nowadays with being on our phones and our computers. A lot of us are developing tech neck, and that's where we're starting to see those deep set lines on the neck, but also our necks don't have the oil glands like our face. So this is where we start to see premature fine lines, crepiness, loss of firmness, and elasticity. So with me personally, I love a good neck cream because this product was designed for that delicate skin. And a lot of us do have sensitive skin when it comes to the neck area. This is very gentle, yet really, really effective. This product contains peptides, and peptides are an important ingredient for me personally. It always needs to be in my skincare routine because peptides play a big role in firming the skin and helping to stimulate collagen. And that is definitely what we need in general, but especially when it comes to that thin, delicate skin on our neck. This is also something that you can bring on to your chest as well, which I do. And I also sometimes use this on the backs of my hands, because why not use your skincare on the backs of your hands? This is another area where we start to see early signs of aging as well. So we have peptides in here to firm and stimulate collagen. There's also vitamin B5, which actually has anti-inflammatory properties, which is great for the neck area. But also this ingredient helps to hydrate, and it also helps to calm and soothe the skin. There's also hyaluronic acid to deeply hydrate and plump the skin. And there's also green tea, which is an antioxidant that can help to protect the skin from pollution, which is also really important to have in skincare. Besides those key ingredients, you can find shea butter in here, niacinamide, lactic acid, aloe, and of course the list goes on. So there's a lot of great ingredients in here. Now the other thing that I really love about this is that this isn't your really thick, rich, greasy, heavy neck cream. This has a richness to it. It's very nourishing and moisturizing, but it is extremely lightweight. It doesn't even feel like you've applied anything to your neck once it dries down. It actually dries down really nice, and you don't have to worry about your shirts sticking to your chest or your neck. It actually dries down really nice. So if you're someone that likes to apply sunscreen, which of course we should be, on our neck area, you don't have to worry about it being too much. Honestly, it's lovely. It's one of the most lightweight neck creams I have ever used. You are also getting 59 mils of product. This is fragrance free, and this is what it looks like here. So let me just put a little bit on the back of my hand just to show you the texture. All right, so that is what the texture looks like. Now, when it comes to the neck, you really don't need a lot, but I do like to be quite generous because I do like to bring it down to my chest and décolleté area. But as you can see, it does spread nicely, but once you get applying this all over, you do feel that richness, and I feel like it's coming from the shea butter. There's different oils in here as well, but once it dries down, like I said, it dries down skin-like, and your skin just feels so comfortable, so nourished, so well moisturized, and it does actually plump up the skin on the neck as well. It is really, really impressive. Next is the Smooth Sailing Retinol Face Moisturizer Cream. Now, as most of you know, I like using tretinoin. I also love retinaldehydes, and this year I have been testing a lot of different types of retinoids. So generally, my main product is prescription tretinoin, but I really wanted to try this. And to be honest, I was actually using this on top of my retinaldehyde, on top of tretinoin, just to see, because, you know, I like to be a little extra. I like to see what my skin can get away with, and I actually never experience any type of additional irritation. Now, if you're using those types of products, you don't necessarily need to have a moisturizer that has retinol in it. You don't need to. But I really wanted to test this because I know I have a lot of followers that can't use tretinoin, retinaldehydes, and even some over-the-counter retinol serums at low concentrations. I wanted to see how this was going to perform because I feel like this is going to be great for those that have more of that sensitive skin type. This is honestly great for all skin types, but if you're someone that honestly can't even use an over-the-counter retinol serum, like one that you can purchase at your local drugstore, then this might be one to try because this has a lot of additional ingredients in here to really calm and soothe the skin, and it really keeps your skin nice and repaired and moisturized. This is actually really lovely. So like I said, I did use this on top of my tretinoin, on top of retinaldehyde, but then of course there were a handful of times where I just used this on its own just to see how much moisture it gave my skin and just to test it that way. So we do have retinol in here. So as you know, this is a key ingredient to help prevent and treat early signs of aging. It improves texture and tone, great for those that have acne, and it also helps to stimulate collagen and improves cell turnover. It really does give this soft, smoother look and feel to the skin. It looks a lot brighter and it just looks more rejuvenated. There's also vitamin E in here, botanical hyaluronic acid. There's also glycerin, shea butter, Centella asiatica, propolis extract, which is lovely for calming and soothing. This is exceptional, I'm telling you right now. So this has 59 mils of product as well. That's what it looks like there. So this is fragrance free, and the texture and consistency of this actually reminds me of the neck cream, but I feel like this one is a little bit more moisturizing in my opinion. But same idea, it's not sticky, tacky, or greasy. It does dry down quite skin-like, but you will feel that nice moisture on the skin. This is best used at nighttime because it does contain that retinol, but if you do decide to use this in your morning routine, just make sure to apply sunscreen on top. Now I'm moving on to the two eye products that I've been loving. So this is the Wonderfill Plumping Eye Cream. This is absolutely fabulous for those that have dryness, flakiness, crepiness underneath the eyes. You're lacking that plump and that moisture, and you're just looking for like that juicy under eye. this is going to be the eye cream of choice. Honestly, you have to try this if you are experiencing those things. Now, even if you're not experiencing any of those things, this is still a great hydrating, plumping eye cream for every day, twice a day. This is exceptional underneath concealer, underneath an under eye corrector, great underneath makeup. This is absolutely wonderful to really give that youthful appearance underneath the eyes. And I love how it contains peptides, and peptides are so important around the eye area because the skin is so thin and delicate. And again, this is one of the areas where we start to see early signs of aging as well, like crow's feet and so on. There's also hyaluronic acid in here, and this really does plump up that skin temporarily. So it is something that, of course, you'd want to be consistent with and use every day, at least once a day. But if you want to use this at nighttime, feel free to do so. It's a very friendly eye cream that can be paired up with pretty much anything. So if you do like to apply certain serums underneath your eyes or around the eye area, you can apply this on top without having to worry about conflicts, ingredient conflicts. This also has niacinamide. So niacinamide, as you know, is great for dark circles, great for brightening the under eyes. This also has vitamin E. There's also a lot of oils in here, some extracts, and it's so nourishing, but yet really gentle. And it's also fragrance free, great for all skin types. Let me show you what this looks like, but I like how it has that metal applicator, so you can just squeeze the tube and apply it directly to the eye area. This metal applicator gets really cold, so it's a nice way to get that depuffing effect, but it also just feels really nice first thing in the morning to wake you up. Sometimes I will actually keep this in the fridge and I will pull it out, use it, because this gets even colder and I do experience a lot of puffiness in the morning. I have mentioned that so many times in the past. This is just one of those ways to help depuff a little bit and just to give more of that refreshed feel. So just as a reminder, when it comes to eye creams, you don't need a lot of product. This amount that you see here would actually be enough for both of your eyes. Less is more. You don't want this getting into your eyes, and the product just migrates everywhere anyways. So I do bring this underneath the brow bone, a little bit on the lids, and of course underneath the eye area. This is very moisturizing, but not sticky, not greasy or heavy, and it sits really nice underneath concealer. Your under eyes look incredible for the entire day. It stays plump, it just looks more rejuvenated and youthful. And the last eye product is the All-In Eye Cream. Now, I really love using this one at nighttime, and then I usually like to resort to this one in my morning routine, but then sometimes I will use this one twice a day. And also, this is great for all eye concerns. So that's puffiness, dryness, loss of firmness, dullness. It's great for texture, brightening the skin, and of course for fine lines and wrinkles, treating those crow's feet. Now, the ingredient list here is a little bit more extensive than the other eye cream, so this one contains more actives to really correct the skin around the eyes, which is why I really like this one for nighttime, because this one actually has glycolic and lactic acid, and these two exfoliating acids are at the beginning of the ingredient list pretty much, which means that there's a lot of that in here. But don't be alarmed, because I'm telling you, it is very gentle. But if you're worried, start with a few days per week and then gradually increase. These two ingredients are helping to keep that skin exfoliated. This is going to help prevent milia, or milium if you just develop one here and there. I am prone to milia, which is those hard white pearly bumps that can develop anywhere around the eye area. And so if you're using active ingredients like a retinol, glycolic, or lactic, something like that, it's a great way to keep that skin nice and smooth and exfoliated to prevent milium. And I just absolutely love having those actives in an eye product. There's also MSM in here, which is an ingredient that will help to brighten. There's hyaluronic acid, there's squalene, vitamin E, peptides, vitamin C. There's a lot of different oils in here and extracts. This actually has a mild cucumber scent to it. It is very, very mild, so don't be too alarmed. because honestly, there really isn't a scent, but if you were to take a deep breath, there is a little bit of a cucumber scent because there is cucumber in here. And that's what it looks like there. I do find this to be a little bit more moisturizing than the other eye cream that I just shared. And with this one, you are getting 15 mils of product, and this one is also 15 mils, which is a standard size when it comes to an eye cream. So let me show you what this one looks like. So that is what it looks like there. Now, this is going to dry down quite skin-like, but it does have this nice richness to it, but extremely lightweight and not greasy or sticky. This is another reason why I really love this brand, because not all of us want that heavy, greasy, sticky, tacky feel when it comes to skincare products. I don't mind that sometimes depending on the product, but I don't want that with all of the products that I use in my routine. And I know there's a lot of you that absolutely can't stand that heavy, greasy, sticky, tacky feel. And I find with everything that I have used so far with this brand, you don't get any of that. It's just skin-like, but moisturized and super lightweight. And as you can see, it's all massaged in, and it just gives a little healthy glow to the skin. So don't forget that this brand is a part of Amazon Prime, where you can get up to 40% off. I will have these products linked below for you as always, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've tried these before. What are your favorite products? And if you do plan on picking something up during the sale, what product are you thinking about trying? Let us know in that comment section, and please don't forget to come back and give us an update on how you're enjoying them. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.